Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. In today's video, we're going to start collecting Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and today we're looking at the faction cities of Sigmar and the free city of Greywater Fastness in particular. In this video, we're going to go through the special rule for Greywater Fastness before having a look at some other units we can use to start our collection with, and then explore some other units after that as well that we can use to expand upon the first couple of initial purchases. We'll then finally finish off the video with a little sample arm list of 1,000 points for you to use, hopefully as some inspiration for starting your own force of the Greywater Fastness in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. And so, we have the rule for Greywater Fastness. It's called a Greywater Welcome. You can use the all-out attack command up to 3 times in your shooting phase. In addition to this, the first 2 times a friendly Greywater Fastness unit receives the all-out attack command in your shooting phase, a command point is not spent. So straight away, this is pushing us down a shooting route. We are going to get more abilities to use bonuses on our shooting units. So this is definitely something we want to look at when we're building the force up. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so, where to get started for our faction? Now, definitely shooting is the theme with a Greywater Fastness army. So, a Fusel Major on Ogre Warhawk, I think, is the perfect start for our force. It's going to be an 8 wound, 3+ save character with the long Fusel, 24-inch range, 3 attacks, 3s and 3s, Ren 1 damage D3 shooting attack. Now, we do have Crackshot as well, where if the unmodified hit roll for its long Fusel is 6, you can say this unit has used Crackshot, and if you do so after the attack sequence ends, and after all the attacks have been resolved from this model, you can roll a dice for each Crackshot it attempted, and for each roll that is at least double the target's wounds characteristic, you can pick a model from the unit you've chosen to be slain. Now, on top of this, you also have the rangefighter at the start of your shooting phase. You can pick a friendly Castlight unit, hold within 12 inches of this unit, and roll a dice. Until the end of that phase, the range characteristic of that unit's missile weapons is increased by the roll of the d6, though you can't affect the same unit more than once with this ability. And then we also have fortified positions, and this is going to be something for a few units we're going to talk about in this video. At the start of the battle, this unit is in a fortified position, and in the addition, at the end of your movement phase, if this remains stationary and was set up in the phase, it can choose to establish a fortified position again. Once a unit is in a fortified position, it remains so until it moves or until it's removed from the battlefield. And while you're in a fortified position, you ignore negative modifiers to your save rolls with missile weapons that target the units that are in these formations. So a pretty cool unit all round. Some shooting, it has a little bit of decent combat punch with 3 attacks at 3s and 3s, Ren 2 damage D3 in melee as well, thanks to a giant ogre there. Now, joining this, we then have Free Guild Fusiliers. They are a shooting unit. First of all, they get their fortified position shooting attack if they choose to go into that fortified position as well. This will give them 2 attacks at 4s and 4s, Ren 1 damage 1 at a 24-inch range. And you've also got some other cool abilities in them as well. Resupply run once per battle at the start of your shooting phase in the 3rd or subsequent battle rounds. You can say this unit will be resupplied by its Black Powder Squire, and if you do this, you can re-roll hit rolls for attacks made with missile weapons for this unit until the end of that phase. And so, where to look to next though? Definitely building on the shooting is something to look at, and we have the Ironworld Great Cannon for this. The Ironworld Great Cannon is really fun. First of all, it's got fortified position, so it can go and do all the same things we have with the Free Guild Fusiliers and the Fusel Major and Ogre Warhawk in the previous slide. Now, shot and shell means each time a model shoots with a Great Cannon, you can choose to have one of the different profiles for it. And you can choose between either having your standard Great Cannonball, 2 attacks at a 24-inch range, 4s, 2s, Ren 2 damage D3 plus 2, or you can choose to go for a nice Ren -4, but you do go to a swingy damage D6 on that. Now, you've also got the Grape Shot, which is a 12-inch range attack, 5 attacks at 3s and 3s, Ren 1 damage 2 in there as well. So you've got a nice variety of different profiles. I think this is probably one of the most versatile war machines in the entire game. Now, something we need to talk about is battle line options. We've talked about a lot of shooting units, but most of these are not pure battle line. To get Free Guild Fusiliers as battle line, we need to take a unit of Free Guild Steel Helms within our force. Free Guild Steel Helms are a basic infantry unit, 4+ save, 1 wound each, 1 inch range attack with 2 attacks, 4s and 4s, no rend, damage 1. Pretty standard stuff. Now, they do have Consecrate the Land, where at the end of your movement phase, if this unit includes the Battle Priest that is in the unit, and you control an objective that is not contested by any enemy models, you can choose to consecrate an objective, and if you do so, this will give you a 6+ ward save while you're nearby that objective. Hold the line as well. Each time this unit ever receives the all-out attack or all-out defense command, you can pick another friendly Free Guild Steel Helms unit nearby that also receives the command, which is pretty cool. Now, moving on for our other shooting units, something really interesting to bring to the force is, of course, a steam tank. These are massive behemoths, so they've got a 2+ base save with 12 wounds each, and they can have a variety of different options. Depending whether you want to go with a commander, you can give a repeater handgun or Iron World long rifle to this. You've got your steam cannon and the steam gun on them as well for a variety of different attack profiles. These things can put out a decent amount of power in their shooting, but also have a decent amount of attacks in melee as well, at 6 attacks, 3s and 3s, rem 1 damage 2, or a couple of extra attacks from the commander as well if he is there. Now, the last model I want to talk about in this is the Alchemite Warforger. This model brings something really interesting to your Free Guild force, and what he can do is, with his Alchemite Warforging abilities, Blazing Weapons, this is a spell he can cast, and if cast, he can give out mortal wound dealing damage ability to some nearby friendly units. And so here we have our sample army list for the Greywater Fastness. Obviously, being Greywater Fastness as our free city means we're in the realm of Ghyran. I do say obviously, but this is sort of a city that goes against everything the realm it is sort of situated in is about. This is an industrial city in the middle of the realm of life. It's actually got a pretty cool narrative around it, how it's sort of burnt out and made, you know, these feckin' quagmires around it due to all the high industry. But with that said, we are going to go our grand strategy, banners held high. This means at the end of the game, we're going to have more banners and or totem units on the battlefield than our opponent does. Each of our Free Guild Fusiliers and the Steel Helms all have a banner in them, so 4 is a pretty decent amount. Now, we've got no triumph as we are a perfect 1,000 points in the force. Now, leader-wise, we have 2 Fusel Major on Ogre Warhawks. One of these is going to be our General. He's got Master of Ballistics, what allows us to get some bonuses to wound when we use all-out attack on nearby units. And Artifact of Maestro Vivetti's Magnificent Macroscope, allowing us to add some extra range on top of his ability as well to nearby shooting units. The second Fusel Major on Ogre Warhawk is just standard, and then we have for Battle Line a unit of Free Guild Steel Helms, which means one of the Fusiliers can become Battle Line, giving us the 2 we require, 2 other units of Free Guild Fusiliers, and an Iron World Great Cannon. Now, we've also gone for the core battalion, which is the Castlite formation, which is the Free Guild Special Battalion. Now, what this does is gives us Unified for everything in this, which is everything we have in our force bar the Steel Helms. And then we also have gone for Slayers as well, which can give us a free once per game all-out attack or Unleash Hell. 64 wounds on the table and a 2-drop force. This is a pretty fun army to have for your Cities of Sigmar. If you've got some ideas though on how you'd like to build up your shooting force for the Greywater Fastness, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community we have here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel, be that via Patreon or YouTube members, or by grabbing yourself some merch, whether that's stickers, t-shirt, mugs, or anything from our Teespring store as well, or by using our affiliate links, which are also linked down in the description as well, that go a long way to helping support the channel. As a special thank you to all our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Iron Grinch, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Alderin Shot First, Kendi Lull, Soren, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny 84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty Stabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel 196. Thank you all so much for helping support the channel. It means the absolute world to us. Please Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, everyone, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.